So, me and Sebi arrived here in Heidelberg. We have a couple hours on our hands and we're climbing these endless stairs to get to the castle. It's quite nice, very typical German, and I've never been here. Bit of activity, bit of movement, bit of exploring. There's a lot of typical German buildings and German architecture around, of course. So you can see just up here is the edge of the outer wall of the castle, and this, I believe, is the main gate, one of them, through which you enter into the main court. Here's the map of how the castle looks like. The construction of this castle started in the 1200s, and over 8 centuries ago. This castle endured some fires, got hit twice by a lightning, and one of them caused a fire. Interesting fact also, Martin Luther, he came here in the Heidelberg castle to actually defend one of his theses. So this castle has quite some history. And check the view. From the castle you can see the old town of Heidelberg, and it's a really gorgeous view. The castle, you can see the old downtown of Heidelberg, which is now called the Altstadt Heidelberg, and back there in the back, that's the main Heidelberg. This right here is the Protestant church, and this one is the Catholic church. Because of course, back in the 15th century, Germany went through some religious turmoil, and there was the main separation between the Catholics and the Protestants. And this is one of the places where Martin Luther came to argue and to defend his thesis. So this has been a key historic place for the development of what is now the Protestantism. Look, here there's only a facade remaining, but I believe back when the castle was fully integral, this was another huge place of it with halls and rooms. But now most of the castle is just ruins. Nonetheless, beautiful ruins. So it wasn't until the 30 Years' War that arms were raised against this castle, and in the 1600s people overtook the castle, then they captured it, then they held it, then they were attacked, then they gave it to the enemies, so on and so forth. So from the 1200 up until the 1600, the castle has been under construction, and it was getting expanded for 400 years. But then when the War of the 30 Years started here in Germany, that marked the end of the construction of the castle, and in the following centuries only destruction and some repaint occurred here. So now we're heading into the main court. This was the main entrance to the castle with its gates, and you can see here this was going to come down to block invaders from trespassing. And check this out. This has been quite impressive if you think that most of it has been made like 400 or 500 years ago, all by hand. Just imagine how much time they needed to carve all the statues, to erect all the columns, and just look at this facade with all its details. 500 to 600 years ago it was made by hand, and not with the tools and technology that we have today. That makes it even more impressive. In Germany, they spare nobody with the corona rules, not even statues. Behind this main building over there is the main court of the castle. And as you walk out from the door, you come here on this balcony, you get another very nice view of the old town. So yeah, this is the Heidelberg Castle. Hope you enjoyed. Schloss. Was ist los? So,